Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Clear Shots podcast. Today it is just me and Jake, and we basically just talked some sports, a little bit of video games, a couple of other things, web browsers, liquor, a couple other random topics. So, first podcast with just us two. We're going to have Brian on later this week, so keep an eye out for that. And we're glad to be back to doing regular podcasts. We're going to keep doing the streams once in a while, video game streams. But for now, we're going to go back to some podcasts. So hope you enjoy.
So what we were talking about before we started, completion percentages. NFL.
Yes.
Well, actually, no. We got into pretty good discussion about the down rule between high school and college, and then those two versus the NFL.
Yeah.
How you can be down just without contact in college and high school, which doesn't make any sense.
I don't like it at all.
No, I think it's asinine.
I think, what is the reasoning for it? What would be the reason to make that a fucking rule? Is it so guys don't get up and fucking, strain something trying to take off quickly?
I have no idea.
Because, I mean, there almost seems to be no downside.
And there's also, with college football, you only need 1 foot in bounds in order for it to count as a catch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that either.
And because you have to relearn, basically, when you get to the league.
There's been, every year, there's 2 or 3 players that get made fun of on ESPN and on the internet because they'll take a, they'll there was I think it was a Patriots player a year or two ago, he took a punt return and he slipped, and when he fell down, he got back up and he just put the ball on the ground. And another guy just picked it up and ran it in because he wasn't actually down.
Yeah.
Because in college, if you get the punt return, you slip, you put the ball down.
That's
referees fucking mark it in the change, whatever. But in the NFL, he slipped, set the ball down, and you could see 3 players that were on his team that were pretty far away from their hands on their heads. They're screaming at him, and he looks and he's like, "What are you? Oh shit!" And then all of a sudden, bloop, Indianapolis player picks up the fucking ball, runs all the way out.
It's basically a lateral at that point.
Yeah.
More or less, that's a lateral.
Or it's a fumble, really.
Yeah, it's a fumble and a recovery.
Yeah. That's just so stupid to me. That, oh, you slip. Oh, look, well, it looks like you're down. No, it shouldn't.
No, because you didn't get tackled. The whole point is for someone to have to tackle you. That's part of the game.
Is it a safety thing, maybe?
That's what I'm saying. I think it probably is. But what? It's not like guys get hurt getting tagged down by contact all the time.
No. Or
Yes,
ever. Besides Flacco that one time. But that's because he didn't slide early enough. The fucking idiot.
Yeah, but he was trying to get a first down. That's why. It's his own fault.
Yeah. Should have been faster.
I guess. Has no wheels. His legs were not churning fast enough.
He just wasn't in the heat of the moment, really.
No, he wasn't.
This doesn't. I don't know. It just bothers me.
I feel like we were talking about a bunch of things, and now I forgot all of the things we were talking about.
We were talking about eating ass.
Oh, yeah.
For a little bit. Are you for it? Eating ass?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess?
What do you mean? Being ass eaten? Or
both.
eating?
Receiving or
Not
doling?
receiving.
Are
No.
you down to dole out your ass dole out an ass eating?
I can dole it out, yeah.
Yeah, you can dole it out like the best of them.
Yeah.
I think it's all right. I don't think it's anything. I love eating pussy.
It ain't gonna hurt you.
No, it's not. It's gonna hurt your pride a little bit if it's that bad, I guess.
If it's bad.
There's a dingleberry.
Yeah.
Imagine that. She shaves her ass before you guys hook up, before she comes over. You're just like, baby, shave your ass. She's like, all right. misses it by like a quarter inch.
Yep.
Has one single ass hair.
One dingleberry.
Has one single ass hair. Has a dingleberry on that one.
I just heard
it's a fighter too. You can't pull it out without her knowing that you know it's there. She doesn't know that it's there because it's dingleberry. That's the problem. So you're just like, you're not gonna stop going down on her and be like, babe, you got a little piece of shit stuck to your asshole.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Do you take it in your mouth and
spit it out?
Spit it out at that point? I don't know.
I mean, I guess, and you got to hold your composure.
Yeah, because that's what you're in the moment for. Really, is stuff like that. Not every ass is gonna be clean. Not every plate's gonna be, pristine. You know what I mean? You're not always gonna dine on China. Sometimes you're dining in like Venezuela with fucking dingleberries and shit.
If it's just some random person, it's probably a no-go.
Well,
you can't trust.
That's the thing is, I can't. If I go to the bar, I see a girl. Take her home. She takes me home. Either or, I'll eat her pussy. You're not gonna find a girl at the bar that you're like, oh my god, I cannot wait to lick your asshole. Mm-hmm. That never happens. That has never happened to me. I don't know anybody that's ever happened to, where you're just like, I've seen a girl and I'm like, oh my god, I just want to make her come in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours from now, I want to make her come, because you're not about to just. You got to feel it out. You know what I mean? Pun intended.
Yeah, it's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game, really. Either way, man, it's like, eating ass is one thing. Or no, eating pussy is one thing. That's a normal thing. I think that's a thing that a lot of guys don't want to do. And it's also a thing, in my experience, I found out that a lot of girls don't like getting their pussy eaten out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a matter of your technique.
It's technique, and I think it's just like, I don't watch it like that. I bleed from there every now and then, yeah.
Yeah, but that's every now and then.
Yeah, it's not right there. Now. You're not bleeding out of there now?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm
you're
hungry.
Done with that. That ship has sailed.
Yup. Yeah, you're good. Aunt Flo's gone. She's back in Worcester. Let me slip my tongue inside you. That's just how I think about it, really.
Yeah.
I don't know if girls are like, oh man, that guy's good.
There's a lot of ways to look at it. Look.
Do you think girls get hype about sucking dick, though? Because I get hype about eating pussy. I really do. I think girls are just like, I can't wait to suck that guy's dick.
It's on a... I don't know. Like I feel like there are people that do and there are people that don't. It's just like with everything.
I guess.
It's a personal preference thing. And all you can do is, I guess, tell someone
just
if you do or don't.
I don't know. That's fucking creepy as shit. Off topic. It's 5:00 and it's pitch black outside already. Yeah. I don't like that at all. Because I walked here. I got here an hour ago and it was fucking sunny as hell.
Beautiful. Beautiful day. Dude, that was fucking ridiculous. I've been listening to Tim Heidecker's podcast, and he'll just like burp in like the middle of random sentences and shit.
Oh, I just threw up a bit in my mouth. Oh my god.
He's had DJ Dog Pound on there the last couple weeks, and it gets fucking crazy because his whole podcast is just him taking calls from fans like on Skype or whatever.
Yeah.
So like it's already kind of crazy because you're getting people's like echoes and like people that don't know what the fuck they're doing with Skype. But then you also have DJ Dung Pound like pressing like random buttons for sound clips and shit over that. So it gets out of control.
See, I've never watched Tim Heidecker's podcast.
I think he does it like on video in the mornings, like once a week or twice or once every 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
But he just has people call in. I thought about calling in if I'm ever fucking like able to do it. Cause I think it's like super early for us.
I
or
called
maybe
in.
Not. No, cause he lives in Glendale, I think.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Is that Pacific or Mountain Time?
It's like right on the border, I would imagine.
That's at least 3 hours behind us.
Yeah, it's got to be around 3 hours.
Yeah.
I think he does it at 9.
So that's like that's like noon for us.
Yeah. That ain't bad.
I called in for the Freddie Coleman show last night. I don't know if Freddie Coleman has a radio show on ESPN. I called in for it. They didn't accept me on the show, but I called in for it.
They're like, no.
Well, no, because they were talking shit about. They were talking about Dallas. They were talking about the Ravens. It was basically all football at the point. And when I called, and basically, when I call, like, I don't know if you've ever called in for a radio show or like a big a thing like that, but like when you call in, they're like, oh, thank you for calling the Freddie Coleman show. What are you proposing? What question do you have in mind to ask Freddie Coleman? So you have to ask them the question first, then they approve it.
Yeah.
So he was talking about how Tony Romo.
You could ask him whatever, and then just go on and be like, "You like big dicks in your ass?"
Hey, Freddie, how about eating ass? Dingleberries or no? You want fruit? Like shit like that. But it was no. I called and he was basically talking about how if Tony Romo was still on the Cowboys, they'd have a better record. And I was acting like just a smart ass already, and I was just like, they're like, what's your question for the Freddie Coleman show, Freddie Coleman podcast? And I'm just like, what performance from Tony Romo on the field this year gives you any inclination to think he'd perform better than Dak Prescott? They wouldn't put me on, and I wish they did, because it's just, I would have loved to hear him listen to that and be like, whoa, Tony Romo hasn't played this year. And it's like, no shit. He's not ever going to play again. His bones are made of fucking balsa wood.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind if he was the quarterback still. I don't think Dak's doing a bad job. I think the whole team's doing a bad job.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of Cowboys fans are deluded with the fact that Carson Wentz is great. I think they're deluded with the fact that he's like, I don't think he's that much better than Dak is right now.
I think there's a lot of people blaming Jason Garrett too.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm blaming the whole coaching staff. You look at them, they don't change their shit at halftime. They're like, their first half offense and their second half offense is almost identical with the percentage of rushing plays or passing plays, or you get into specifics like screen passes and shotgun, stuff like that. They literally run the same shit. It's just throw shit at the wall until it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't have a playmaker like Zeke, and when Dak is off his game, and when Dez is dropping a pass or two a night, Jason Witten's old as fuck. He's not doing well. Tyron Smith is out.
I think that's the case with a lot of teams, though. You kind of like get to a point where, like they make some adjustments, but I think they want to stick with their game plan because that's what they've worked on all week. Like that's what they're intending to do. But then there's like, I have a lot of issues with Mike McCarthy making bad play calls too, like just not going for
ridiculous
short
like I've seen it too, like 4th and inches or 3rd and inches, and he fucking runs a pass
just playing
play.
It safe, like as if his defense is good enough to fucking stop any offense.
And neither Dallas or Green Bay's defense are good enough to keep like an offense on the level of Philadelphia's or New Orleans's at bay.
Like you can't just think you're gonna get a 3 and out right off the bat and get the ball back.
Nope.
It ain't gonna fucking happen most of the time.
It's nuts. And it's like it's one of the reasons why I love watching college football, because I mean, we're watching the Auburn and Georgia game right now, but it seems like it's
high risk.
It's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
They play to win no matter what. That's the thing.
It also seems
because one loss, sorry to cut you off, but one loss in college football. Look at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They were undefeated. They were like 9-0. They lost one game and they're out of the top 10. They're not going to make it to the playoff. They have to. I mean, they're an independent, but they have to go undefeated.
Yeah.
So every game for them is like win or go home.
Yeah, it's like I also feel like it's the pacing is a little quicker too.
Oh yeah.
And then you can also be a little more creative in college football.
I mean, look at Boise State. When Boise State was top dog with Colin Moore and all that, the fucking Fiesta Bowl against Oklahoma, they ran a Statue of Liberty play in double overtime to win the game.
Yeah.
Like, that's just nutty.
It's because defenses aren't as fast.
Yeah.
They're not as fast, and they can't keep up with what you're doing. That's why those trick plays work.
Yep. The only defenses I've seen that are absolutely ridiculous is Alabama, because obviously they get the best players for everybody. But Michigan and Ohio State and Wisconsin, the Big Ten, because they get those big motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. They get those big fucking farm boys. They're wrestling cows, wrestling pigs. They're fucking working out in fields and shit and all that.
It always makes me it makes me wonder about what they do with these guys that they draft from the league defensively, like what they have to go through to get adjusted to the NFL.
It's got to be schemes, because you don't see guys in the you don't see people in the NFL like running like 1-5-5.
I mean,
sets.
yeah, it's definitely simpler,
like fucking
in a way.
like 2-4-5 sets.
Yeah,
that's nuts. Like Georgia Tech, they're always off and on. Georgia Tech is in Navy too. They're two of the most fun teams to watch because their offense is triple option. Like they basically have a running back that plays quarterback, they have a running back that plays fullback, and they have a running back that plays running back. But all of them, like, that's why Megatron was ridiculous. Megatron played at Georgia Tech, and he was just a full, like, he's 6'6", 230, running a 4.2 40, and they can run a triple option. And if the run doesn't work, just lob it up, and fucking Calvin Johnson will just go all out. Mm-hmm. But the cool thing, too, is their defenses, and TCU runs it, too. Like, TCU runs a 3-3-5, which is ridiculous. 3 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers. But instead of in the NFL, if you ran something like that, like the nickel, what TCU does is they have 2 corners and 3 safeties. They have 1 free safety in the middle and 2 strong safeties on each side.
Yeah.
And that's gross. And it's stuff like that I love. And like Michigan, they run a standard. I think they run a 4-3 or a 3-4. I can't remember. Maybe it's a hybrid. Ohio State, I hate Ohio State, but they always have good guys. But it's just different. It's different.
Yeah.
It's like the same game that you've grown up. Like, I didn't start out watching college football. I didn't like college football until Tim Tebow was a thing. And I was always NFL, and then I was like, wow, this is different. Like, this is
definitely
cool.
different, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, in a way, the schemes are simpler in the NFL for a defense to read.
Yeah.
Because you're not really accounting for the quarterback as much.
No.
In college football, you have to watch the quarterback because a lot of times he's gonna fucking scramble if there's nothing there.
Yeah.
In the NFL, there's a lot of pocket passers. They're not going to be very mobile. I mean, nowadays there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, I would say maybe like you have like Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Dak.
Yeah. But you also got the Tom Brady's.
You got the Tom Brady's. You got Carson Wentz is good in the pocket. Yeah. Jared Goff.
Guys that just set their feet. And
Ben Roethlisberger's another one.
Yeah.
And the problem, like the thing I love about Big Ben is that like he's in the pocket. You try and sack him, you need 2 guys or a clean fucking hit because he's a big motherfucker. Matt Ryan and Flacco are really good in the pocket. Mm-hmm. And it's like it relies a lot more on the trenches. I think in college football you can get away with not having a good line.
Well, having a good offensive line helps you be able to scramble too. You got to have guys that can separate and give you a running lane just in case you need one too. Just the blocking schemes.
Yeah.
They're totally different blocking schemes when you have a different kind of quarterback.
Exactly. That's why, like, we were talking about with when Bill was on last time, we were talking about Mike Shanahan running backs. They run a zone blocking scheme. So, it's not the running back's job to find the hole to run through. It's the offensive line's job to make the hole to run through. Right. So it's always going to be something.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how you should play offensive.
And that's why Mike Shanahan worked so well. Yeah. Was because his running backs, he had Terrell Davis and Clinton Portis and Alfred Morris that were, I would say, the 3 best that he's had. But you also have guys like Tatum Bell and like an old Willis McGahee and like Matt Jones and fucking guys like that.
Yeah.
That
the offensive line is very underrated to a lot of casual fans.
Yeah.
They don't know what really is going on down there.
No.
They don't know. It's like you got to get a seal here and a seal here and run it in the alley.
Yeah. And it's even I love watching like screenplays. They're fun. You can tell right away within a second if a screen's going to work or not. And when it pays off, it looks so clean. Like, that's what I love about Kansas City's offense is that their offense is nuts. Mm-hmm. They have the Hail Mary screen they ran against Dallas that one game.
I mean, blocking is just huge.
Oh yeah,
and people don't recognize it a lot of the time.
That's why
even for wide receivers.
Yeah,
when a wide receiver makes a big block down the field, I mean that shit can give you another 15, 20 yards.
You get a guy like Dez or Brandon Marshall, and then that's one of the things. Like Zeke probably isn't the best runner, but I think he's the best blocking running back bar none, because he's just an extra guy out there.
That's another dimension that comes from running backs and tight ends that you don't necessarily see on the field all the time unless you're paying attention to it.
Yeah, like Jason Witten.
Yeah.
People don't like Witten. My cousin George,
because he doesn't have the yak and the catches and the.
He's not a Gronk or an Antonio Gates or a Tony Gonzalez kind of guy, but you want a third down safety blanket pass, he's got you.
He doesn't
need to fucking lay it out a pancake block on a run. Oh, he's got you.
He's a lot more subtle, and he's very productive at doing what he does.
And that's why he's lasted so long, because he's not going all out for the passes every game. He's not trying to truck through 4 or 3 guys every fucking play.
Well, it's nice to have.
It's nice to have a playmaker.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to have another target too.
Oh yeah.
But it also is nice to. It's probably nice to have 2 tight ends, someone who's a blocking specialist and a guy who's a route running specialist.
Yeah.
A guy who can catch and run.
It's like
I mean, Gronk isn't bad in both of those.
Gronk is really good.
I mean, he's just
the
an
best
all-around
receiver, and he's like a top 5 blocker.
Yeah, he's just an all-around good tight end.
But like what I love about Witten and who's the guy in the Chiefs? Is it Kelsey? Travis Kelsey?
Kelsey, yeah.
They can both, if they're both set to block, it's like having an extra O-line right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I noticed when Jared Cook was on the Packers. He made great receiving plays, but he was like a fucking wet tissue when he was blocking.
But those, it helps on stretch plays and things like that. Runs to the outside. You got an extra blocker.
Yeah. But it's good. This SEC championship game is pretty decent so far. Georgia's actually winning. It's 10-7 with 4:17 left in the second quarter. It was 7-0 when we turned it on.
Was 7-0?
Yeah, which is crazy. It was 7-0 for like 10 minutes straight. Georgia looked like they were fucking giving up right now. Or back then, rather. And right now, they look really good.
Yeah, I bought 2K18 and
NBA?
WWE.
Or WWE, yeah, you were telling me about this.
And, I mean, it's pretty good for what it is. Where are you going?
I need the nicotine.
It's like basically the things I'm nitpicking in a way, but not really, are the fucking loading screens. The loading screens are fucking long. Like that kind of sucks. And also in the my player mode, which is the career mode, it's like you basically you run around backstage like it's a fucking Destiny game or something.
Oh god.
So there's like hubs that you have to go to and people you have to talk to.
That's asinine.
It's kind of cool.
Does it work well?
It's kind of cool at first, but then it just gets repetitive. And in the whole time, all you're doing is listening to the menu music. So it's really irritating. So you almost have to play a podcast in the background or something. Because there's no talking anyway. Like, they don't have voice acting. It's all like, you have to
like
read
text.
it. Yeah.
Like, oh
it's like a Pokemon game. You're fucking reading it. But, I mean, what's cool is that...
Can you imagine, you imagine if it was like Banjo-Kazooie and they were like, booga, 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 booga. It's fucking Triple H. Just sounds like a dying seagull. Keep going. That's all I can think of.
It gives you... like when I started off, I went through NXT and won the title and then moved to Raw, and they were like, oh, you're going to lose your first 3 matches to like wicked big fucking dudes like Big Show and Braun Strowman.
Do you have to lose them?
You have to lose them, yeah. You basically have to do like what they want you to do, but you have to also make the match look good. So you get like a star rating.
That's pretty cool.
So you have to basically sell the match, make it an entertaining match, but also put guys over, which is cool. And then I lose all those, and I fucking bitched out Triple H because I was pissed that I lost my first 3 after being the NXT champion. And I went, he basically fired me, and I went to SmackDown. And I immediately got put into a Dolph Ziggler feud, and he won the first 2 matches like just like a roll up, like wicked quick, like basically super cheap using the ropes and shit. And so like what happens is you can go backstage and like attack him during interviews and shit like that.
No shit.
It's pretty sick.
I might pick this up.
There's a lot of like, I feel like there's a lot more decision making than there used to be. And so I beat the shit out of him backstage. There's a big backstage area that you can like interact with cars and shit. Like I powerbound him onto a car and fucking through a table and shit. And then I won the other 3 matches in the best of 5. So like, it's pretty cool the way it works. And they give you like a star rating that your target is. They tell you like
do a couple signature moves, draw the match out.
And they let you do promos. So, like, they give you certain options, like every couple sentences or whatever, and you have to string it together so it's like a coherent promo, which is cool. And then there's, like, promo battles where there's another guy in there and you're talking back and forth. It's pretty cool the way they do it.
That seems wicked interesting, honestly. Yeah. Like, the last one I had is the one with Stone Cold on the cover. Was that 16?
Yeah, yes.
That was the last one I had. And, I never did the my player, my fighter mode or whatever. I did universe mode exclusively, but I put so much time into that. Have you done universe mode in the new one? Not yet,
no. But I hear it is really good too.
Yeah, because universe mode is crazy.
I mean, they have basically a customization for everything. Mm-hmm. You can make your own belts and shit still. Like you can make your own movies, like Titantron videos, and like the customization is fucking crazy. And you can upload your own logos and shit, which is super fucking sick. Just upload images and put them on your character, or put them in your Titantron videos or whatever you want.
Yeah.
On titles, like I could have a Clear Shots championship.
That's pretty crazy. Because I used to, when I played it last, I would. I'm gonna get a text her real quick.
Has to text her
exclusively. Tells
her to clean her asshole for later.
May or may not have. No, I did. I brought the Undisputed Championship back. So I did sort of what's going on now is that Raw and SmackDown each have their own belt, right?
Oh yeah.
And then what I also had was, say it's just classic. Like John Cena is on Raw, Randy Orton's on SmackDown, and they fight. Whichever one wins gets the WWE World Heavyweight belt, which is both of them put together.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's like a unified title.
Like the unified title. And then he would fight I would either have it be like Brock Lesnar or The Undertaker or somebody else that's like unstoppable. Most of the time it was Brock Lesnar, or I would have like a legend come in.
Yeah.
Like Shawn Michaels or Hulk Hogan.
Or God.
Dude,
I watched this fight. I watched this match earlier. That it was Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon versus Shawn Michaels and God.
What do you mean
that
God?
Was the match.
Like the guy's name?
It was God. Because there was...
was just like a 99 and everything?
No, it was literally... This was a real match. They made this a match on a pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure it was a pay-per-view. And they just had like this... like... They basically had like a beam of light come down to the ramp, and then they just moved the light towards the ring. It was basically a handicap match between Shane and Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels. But Shawn Michaels had God on his team, which was pretty sick. And God is 0-1 in the WWE, which is pretty embarrassing, considering Snooki is 1-0 in WWE. I fucking saw.
Who did Snooki beat? I saw that on Squared Circle earlier today.
I was like, I cannot believe how unreal that is.
No, I had a dream. I'm way too into 2K right now, and then just the NBA in general. I had a dream that my player in 2K, because I only have 2K17, but I had a dream my player, I was him in my dream, and I retired, and I just went to the WWE in that year I took off. Imagine if a guy did that. You know how Michael Jordan retired and played baseball? Or like Deion Sanders retired and played baseball? Or Bo Jackson retired and played baseball? Like, imagine if they retired and just fought in the WWE for a year instead. How legendary would that be? And I was thinking too, how well would that, like, you know how LeBron or Kobe or D Wade or MJ or Steph Curry or any of those guys, they have their own brand to push.
I mean, it's kind of like what Lesnar did.
Yeah.
You know, he was big in
Bounces
WWE, and he goes,
back and forth.
well, I'm fucking a badass wrestler. Like, I was a solid collegiate wrestler, and
he's a freak athlete.
I'm a fucking huge. So, like, I think I can do this, and he fucking did. Won the fucking UFC heavyweight championship, and then
against all odds. Nobody thought he would. I remember everybody was pissed when he went from the WWE to the UFC.
Yeah, well, it's fucking steroids, probably.
Hey,
you know. But he ended up losing to Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, but who hasn't?
Yeah, dude, he's a monster.
Tonight. Who fights tonight? It's
Francis Ngannou and
Overeem.
Yeah.
Overeem.
Yeah. It's just Overeem now. It used to be Overeem but he can't use his fucking
HGH
TRT anymore.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah, fucking.
Are you gonna watch that?
Absolutely.
I'm watching that at home. I'm ordering a fucking buffalo chicken Brooklyn pizza. And I'm fucking eating that and drinking fucking moonshine all night.
I think Ngannou's got it. I think Overeem, if he gets caught at all, he's fucking going for a ride because he's
Ngannou's wrestling and grappling is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But Overeem's clinch is also just devastating.
Yeah, it is. But he's been in too many wars.
Yeah.
He's just
they were saying on I watched the UFC the MMA podcast with Brenda Schaub and Joey Rogan. Overeem's been knocked out like 4 times in the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. I mean, he's had a long career too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like
what,
a lot
39 and 11, 38 and 11.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been hit fucking quite a few times, dude.
Speaking of which, we're going to see Brendan Schaub in about a week and a half.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking exciting.
He must have just like announced it because he mentioned it on The Fighter and the Kid or something, and I heard it, and I was like, oh shit, Syracuse. He's like 1 day only VIP thing. I was like, oh shit, we gotta go to that probably.
The 3 of us, me, you, and Brian, each have fucking VIP tickets.
Yeah,
that's gonna be nuts. What the fuck are you gonna say to him? I've been stressing out about what I'm gonna say to him. Are we even gonna be able to talk to him, or is this gonna be a picture? Like,
it's probably just a meet and greet, like picture thing.
I'm gonna plug. We're gonna
just plug Clear Shots. We're gonna
Can you imagine
asking for his number, start texting him a bunch of episodes.
But yeah. What if we're just like, hey, we'd love to have you on?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, man.
I'm going to tell him to get everybody else to fucking come to Syracuse.
Yeah, that actually, we really should, too.
Yeah.
Get Joe Rogan, get Coco Diaz.
Get Joey in here. Uncle Joey in Syracuse.
Well, because B-Fam and I saw Doug Stanhope for my birthday.
Yeah.
Beginning of July. That was amazing. I had too many Long Island iced teas. I don't remember meeting Doug Stanhope, but I'm glad I did.
What the fuck are they doing right now? They have cans of Dr. Pepper with footballs in them.
It's the fucking they have to throw the ball into the hole.
They're horrible.
How,
dude? He is so wide. Oh my god, dude, no spiral at all whatsoever. He's throwing it up there like a pancake. There's one. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's kicking his ass.
Yeah, she's going nuts.
Dude, that guy is very uncoordinated. How do they pick these people?
AutismSpeaks.com.
Do they have to hit 23? First one to 23 for the 23 flavors?
I think they get 23. Nope.
Dude, she kicked his ass.
So what did she win? Are they about to say?
She probably gets a lifetime supply of Dr.
Lifetime supply of Dr. Pepper. Don't cry. All you had to do was throw a ball, not even 10 yards. You had to throw a ball 5 yards. Imagine being that guy. You go back to school, yards. You get made fun of. They're like, yeah, you couldn't throw it into the hole. Murph.
That guy.
Oh, dude. She won $1,000. Oh, $100,000 in tuition. What? For throwing a ball?
5 yards.
Are you fucking me with a plunger right now?
The most uncoordinated human being of all time. That dude was actually horrible.
See, what's fucked up is that if I had that check right now, I'd be able to pay my student loan debts over 7 times over and still have $22,000 left. So I'm $7,700 was my whole debt. She just got $100K.
Such fucking bullshit.
I hope she's naked on the internet somewhere.
She's on
Motherless.
flavors.drpepper.com.
Oh my god.
drpepper.com/flavors.
Jesus Christ. I tell you about how Cod World Wars II is already dead. It's dead in the water, bud. Oh, it's so bad.
I'm not surprised.
Well, see, what happened was when the game launched, servers worked fine. It's me and like 3 co-workers were playing together, and 2 other guys from Xbox Live. Worked fine. 2 or 3 days later, they updated the servers, quote unquote, updated the servers. And then one of the guys in our group couldn't play. And like a week and a half later, they updated the servers again, and now half of us couldn't even connect to each other. We could all play, but we couldn't connect to each other. And then last week, we could only play together if we joined each other's games while they were in session.
Jesus.
And
it
now,
must have to do with their party system.
Yeah, it's bad. I don't know what it is, because we're all in Oswego County. 3 of us live in Oswego. The other one lives in Mexico. And our NAT types are open and everything. And apparently, according to Reddit, 22,000 out of they have like 80 or 90,000 players on PC. 22,000 have left in the past 2 weeks because it just doesn't work. I don't know what they're fucking up. I cannot believe it, and I still have it installed because it's a great game. It's really fun.
That's what happens when your servers don't work.
Yeah, they either should have stuck with peer to peer or gone more out with dedicated servers. Because peer to peer, it's not optimal, but when you have a game that's only 6-on-6 or 4-on-4, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Especially when it relies so much on hit scan, because that's the way the guns work in COD. It's not like a bullet drop like in Destiny or Battlefield. It's hit scan.
Yeah, I remember that transition from Halo 2 to 3 and having to adjust to the physical bullets, because the bullets themselves are actual physical entities on the map.
Because I remember with the sniper, you had to lead. Yeah. And that was my favorite part.
And with the BR, even with the BR in Halo 3, you had to shoot ahead of where they were running. And that was, I got used to it eventually, but in Halo 2, I just would fucking shred people because you could just hold it on their head.
Oh, yeah. And see, that's also what
that's why I was good at Halo 4, because they went back to that.
The hit scan instead of the leading and shit. Yeah.
What they should do is do that for certain weapons, and then have other weapons that are ballistic, like, actual projection.
You don't have to lead. Yeah. We got to re-download Master Chief Collection. At least I have to. I don't know if you still have it. Apparently, they're re-releasing it for the Xbox One X, and it's completely revamped.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that. I have it installed still.
I don't, but I will.
Well, I have a terabyte hard drive.
3 terabytes. I think I have a 750 gig.
It's like I have a terabyte external, and then it's like 500 gigs internal. So like it's a big game, but I always have it installed just because I feel like I'd go back to it once in a while. It's fucking 4 games in one. It's got the ODST.
I feel plus you have ODST and
clotheslines the microphone.
Just fucking hits the mic.
Fucking lariat.
Yeah, no, and I was thinking too, like, I'm so mad that fucking I don't like Gears of War 4 at all, and I'm so mad about it because
it's just Gears 3,
and
it's
that wasn't
just Gears 3.
I didn't like Gears 3 either.
It's just repetitive. It's really just there's not much to it.
That month where all you and I did was get drunk and play Ultimate Edition of Gears 1 was absolutely amazing.
That was the best one. Really. Gears 1 is like, even though it wasn't smooth, like a lot of the shit wasn't smooth, and the Gnasher battles were so bad, like it still was the best game.
Oh yeah.
They didn't do too much. Like they didn't have too many weapons. Like they basically kept it simple where it was all Lancer Gnasher.
Yep.
Basically it was all Gnasher in that game. It really was.
And
In
if you were
Gears 3,
if you were good with the Lancer, you could fucking tear shit up.
Yeah.
Like I remember we would go on fucking rampages with the Lancer sometimes.
Yeah.
And just like I think with the Lancer you had to be like two guys with the Lancer.
Yeah. Well, the key is to
hits the mic.
Hits the mic again.
Hits the mic again.
Knocks it out. The key is, I think, to stay back and then wait for someone to be in a Nasher battle and then pepper them with the fucking Lancer.
Yeah.
That way you're either helping them.
It's definitely a DPS weapon.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. You're not going to take a guy.
But in Gears 3, you could shoot the fucking Lancer and take someone down super fast.
It almost felt like in Gears 1 and 2. 2 I liked because you could start with either the Hammer Burst or the Lancer.
Yeah.
What I thought what was weird was that the Hammer Burst was a fucking single shot weapon in 2. Or no, it was fully auto, but it was slow.
Yeah,
it was like
I think it was single shot in 3.
Yeah. You could get the gold Lancer.
No, I think in 2 it was... Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe it was single shot.
It was semi-auto.
Because in the first one, it was
as fast. It was as fast as you could pull it in 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
But it was super inaccurate.
In the first one, it was a burst weapon.
You couldn't start with it either.
Yeah.
No, Gears of War. I think the problem is people got burnt out on third-person shooters super fast.
Well, I think that was the only one that was big, like actually really big.
On PS3 they had the Uncharted games and Last of Us. Like me, B-Fam, and Wes got super into the Last of Us multiplayer. We had at least like 50 or 60 hours just in the multiplayer for that, and that was nuts. But that just felt like Gears of War.
Right.
You know, you hit a guy, they go down, they crawl away, you can curb stomp them or fucking execute them, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's a cool element, the executions.
Yeah.
But you can do that in first-person games. I mean,
it doesn't feel as well, though.
No. Well, because you're not seeing the whole thing. And like Doom kind of did it well, though.
The new one, right?
I felt like Doom did it well.
Because that's how you replenish your health, isn't it?
It felt... I mean, I didn't play the whole thing because I never bought it, but from what I've seen of it, it looked like it would make you feel powerful.
Yeah.
The way it works.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah, it's a little vibrating.
But no, I think you and I should definitely get back into the fucking Chief Collection.
Yeah.
I tried playing Ultimate Edition again. It's deader than Disco.
Yeah, I forgot about it, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Destiny they came out with a huge blog post. They were supposed to do a live stream to show off Curse of Osiris, their first DLC, and they canceled it. And because they've had a huge drop off of players in the last 3 weeks, including myself.
Yeah, I haven't played at all.
And they made this whole blog post about how they're going to change basically how everything, like all the economy works. And they're trying to go back to the way Year 3 Destiny 1 was, which is the best.
That's how it should be.
That was fucking great.
That's how Destiny 2 should have started. But the problem was I played Destiny 1 up until the first... I did the first DLC.
Mm-hmm. House of Wolves.
House of Wolves. And I didn't play the rest of it, but I remember hanging out with you, watching you play, watching Brian play. And then Destiny 2 came out, and I got it, and it just felt like... It felt worse than Year 1 Destiny 1.
Yeah.
It felt like they didn't learn from any of their mistakes.
It really seemed... I mean, I think vanilla-wise, Destiny 2 was better than Year 1 Destiny, but it's still... The economy just didn't feel right the way it worked. And they're changing a lot of it. Because I have so many of those fucking legendary shards that I'm not going to do anything with. Because when you dismantle the legendary weapons, it gives you those fucking shards, and you can't buy anything with those.
No.
Basically. So I was like, well, I have like fucking 300 plus of those, probably 400. And it's like, I can't do anything with them. In the first Destiny, when you had those, you'd be able to buy certain shit from vendors at the tower. And that's how it should be. But the problem was that they catered to casual fans that were going to stop playing after a couple weeks, instead of catering to their hardcore fan base, which is what kept Destiny alive in the fucking first place. Destiny wouldn't have been there in year 3 if they didn't have hardcore players.
No.
The whole thing about Destiny was that it evolved over time and got better.
And I think the other thing too was it 3v3 PvP or 4v4?
Yeah,
they shrank the PvP, didn't they? Wasn't it 6v6 in the first one?
Yeah, I think it's 5-on-5 now. I don't remember.
There's some playlists that are 4v4.
It might only be 4v4, and it used to be 5-on-5.
Maybe.
I don't remember. I don't play enough Crucible to know.
And that's all I used to play was Crucible because that was fun as shit.
Yeah.
It was very skill based because it was mostly just, it was knowing the map.
I like how balanced it is for the amount of abilities that you have.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance a game when you have that many abilities to keep everything.
Because you have what, like 3 or 4 main abilities.
Yeah, you have your
class?
grenades, you have your melees, you have your super, and then you have like side abilities based on like your subclass sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have to master the way that class works, and you also have to know the map. You have to know which weapons to use because there is a meta, obviously.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But you still can hold your own with anything, really. And they didn't have like power level advantages or anything. Like everybody was pretty balanced, even if you were a lower level.
Every weapon in the same class did the same damage, but it was about the rate of fire and the accuracy.
Perks to it, yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking Pokemon Sun or Ultra Moon is pretty awesome.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know, I actually really like it. I played the shit out of it yesterday, and I beat the 2 like main legendaries, and I got to that Ultra Wormhole thing.
Yep.
And so like what you do is you fucking go to it, and then you ride fucking Solgaleo through this weird, like, it's like a mini game that you play, where it uses the 3DS's gyroscope, and you like steer and go through these weird orbs, and then as you the more orbs you pick up, the more rare the Pokemon at the end is. So like,
can you do it multiple times?
You can do it as much as you want. So it has like, what's cool is you can go through it and just keep catching shit that you've never seen in the game, because it's shit that wasn't actually in the base game. Like it's shit that like isn't gonna register to your Pokedex.
No.
But it's stuff that like is lays down,
manipulates the microphone.
It's shit that's not gonna register to the Pokedex, but it's like shit from other games, which is really cool.
Yeah. I fucking
This is a first. This is an absolute first. The horizontal podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really cool because it keeps it somewhat replayable, because you can keep trying to find shit that you couldn't have found in the base game. Changes CHM.
Changes his mind. Oh my god. No, it was last one I played was X. I want to get the new 2DS clamshell one. Almost bought a normal 2DS the other day. 2 or 3 days ago.
$80. I got one for Katie. And
I just don't like that it doesn't close. I hate that. I hate that it's not a fucking folder.
Yeah. I mean, it reminds me like the Game Boys.
I guess. It's too bulky.
Yeah, it is.
That's the
bulky,
problem.
But it's $80.
If it was going to be the size of like a... I don't know.
I mean, for $80, like, you're not going to use the 3D anyway.
No.
Most of the time. And you fucking get the whole library of 3DS games anyway. So
that's fair.
It's like the easiest, it's the best way to get into the 3DS library. $80 plus like a game. I think it comes with a game.
Yeah, the one I was about to buy
with...
was it was going to come with
There's a Mario Kart 8 one, and there's a Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah,
one.
it was one of those.
Super Mario
I
Brothers.
think the one I was gonna get was gonna come with like Fire Emblem or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna come with like Fire Emblem, whatever.
Yeah,
Fates.
they're all bundles now.
That's a game. That's a game genre that I got into and out of so fast. Was the tactical RPGs.
Yeah.
I remember I was telling you I was playing XCOM 2 for forever, and I just burnt myself out on it. It was just. It got to the point where the RNG was too strong. It just wasn't fun. There was no skill involved. It was just all luck. It's like, there's something fishy going on because there'd be games where or missions where I would have like my whole squad. I have like 5 or 6 guys. In the same time, every time I got to this one point, one of my guys would get just insta killed by like an enemy sniper. It's like, that's fucking stupid. It happened, and it says like on the game, it's like, oh, it's an 11% chance, but it happens like 3 times in a row. It's like, no, it's not. You're saying it's an 11% chance, but you're just gonna do it anyway.
Right. I always feel like the CPU is against you, always.
Yeah.
In any game. I watched this video earlier of this dude that was on the BBC doing like a fucking. He was doing like a call from home, like his home office.
Yeah.
His home office, I guess. It wasn't really an office, but
Quote,
he was talking for like a couple seconds, and then his little girl comes walking in the room in the background, and she's got so much swag, like she's throwing her arms up and shit, and like walking like Vince McMahon, and then fucking. This little baby comes in a walker.
I think I've seen this.
Him. It's so good. And fucking he's like pushing her out the door and shit. And then the wife comes sprinting into the room and she's like trying to drag them both out. It's so hilarious the way it works. She looks like fucking Kramer coming into the room. It's so goddamn good. And he looks so pissed the entire time it's happening.
Is Kramer the guy that said nigger on stage?
I don't know, maybe.
Remember that? They have the
nigger guy?
The nigger guy episode of South Park. It's like it's Randy Marsh. I swear to God, it's Kramer. He looks like Frankenstein off Seinfeld. That's Kramer, ain't it? Because it's not Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever. The George Costanza.
No, it's not.
The fuck's his name?
George Costanza.
Jason Alexander.
I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Seinfeld.
Me neither. I don't like sitcoms. I don't like anything. Well, I like sitcoms. I don't like anything with a laugh track. You try to get me to watch The Ranch. Can't do it.
Oh, yeah. Does that have a laugh track? Yeah, I guess it does. That 70s show.
That 70s show is the other one. You try to get me to watch. I can't do a laugh track. It takes me out of the element. I don't want to be told when to laugh. I want to be shown when to laugh. Give me Always Sunny. Give me The League.
I don't know. I don't ever like laugh tracks either. But I think a 70s show is just really good, so I can deal with it. But that's the only one I watch with a laugh track, I think. Unless The Ranch has one. I think it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. The Ranch doesn't have one.
Maybe I'm just thinking of that show. Then.
I remember The Ranch not having one. Because it's like a drama.
Letterkenny doesn't have one.
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't.
Did you see season 2 of that?
Yeah.
Was it good?
There's just 3 seasons, isn't there now?
I'm so behind.
I think there's 3 seasons.
Are they better than the first?
There's they're like they have some episodes that are like sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of them are good though. They'll hit a like little spot where they have a bad episode. Not really a bad episode.
Yeah, the first season, the only bad episode I remember was the fart book.
Yeah.
That one was like so stupid.
There's like a clear low point to
like a low brow episode.
Yeah.
Not a fan. Yeah. I don't watch TV anymore. I've been on Futurama the past. I mean, I do watch TV, but like I
watch basically the same fucking 5 or 6 shows.
Well, I just found out that all of Futurama is on Hulu.
Yeah.
So I binge watched all of Futurama and I finished it like last week. and I'm already back into like season 3. They're starting it up again. That's a show I can't get enough of.
That's I like that show. It's pretty like, it's kind of like intelligent humor in a way.
Yeah,
like
it's really subtle.
Yeah,
you have to find the humor,
exactly.
and that's what I love about it.
And there's certain things that you miss because you're not up to date on certain topics.
Yeah. Like, I love the other show that's like that is NTSF SDSUV. I don't know if you watched that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was talking about, we watched the episode the other night, and I was talking about my favorite part. There's an episode where they make fun of Four Loko, because Four Loko was a big thing. Before they got rid of the caffeine in it, it was a huge thing. And they made fun of it in an episode, and they're like, they're like, you know, Law and Order SVU, CSI type characters. They're investigating a can of Four Loko. And they're just like, this thing is loaded with caffeine. How strong is it? And they're, well, like one character goes, it's like drinking 32 espressos at the same time. And then this other guy goes, well, it's like drinking 16 double espressos at the same time. And then another character goes, yeah, it's almost like it's like drinking 32 espressos at the same time twice. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, shit like that's so funny. Like, Futurama's loaded with shit. Like, it's Futurama's really good.
Yeah, it is.
It's
like
I've
never like been able to like binge watch it. It's just something like I put on.
It's really good. I think you should watch as much of it. It's one of those shows where there isn't a noticeable dip in quality.
Right.
I think it's 10 seasons, but one season is just movies. They had 3 straight-to-DVD movies. Bender's Big Score, Into the Wild Green Yonder, and The Beast with a Billion Backs. The Beast with a Billion Backs is really sketchy. It's about this interdimensional creature that like absorbs all of the galaxy into like one omniscient being. And it's just really sketchy.
Sounds pretty
I don't like it.
Sounds pretty current event-y.
Into the Wild Green Yonder, I'm pretty sure, is the one about how Fry learns how to see into the future and they become casino hustlers, which is all right. Bender's Big Score is the best one because it was the first movie they made, and it's got a lot of callbacks, and it explains some plot holes in the movie itself.
I might have seen that one.
It's the one where Bender goes back in time and steals artifacts for these guys. Mm-hmm. And like Fry goes back in time, but it splits him into 2 different people and all that. It's really confusing.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
I think I've seen that. I could just turn that on right now and watch it. Like, I think I've seen that movie itself like at least 11 or 12 times. Like, I have it on DVD. It's just it doesn't get old. It's really good. But like, Futurama's good. It's funny too because it's made by the same guys that made The Simpsons, and I fucking hate The Simpsons.
I don't like The Simpsons either.
It's just something about it. It's so boring.
It's funny because you can tell, like, as soon as you watch it, it's the same like art style.
Oh yeah.
Like it's literally the same like animation and everything.
Yeah.
That happens though. You can see like a lot of influences, not even influences, but when the same art team works on a show, you can tell.
Yep. Well, it's like that show, the sketchy show with the whale on Cartoon Network, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack and Chowder both had 2 of the same editors. Mm-hmm. And you could tell because they had weird stylistic.
Yeah, you can't like tell the difference.
No.
Sometimes it's like what's that? The Fairly Odd Parents, and then there was a fucking other show. I feel like we talked about this at some point.
Wasn't Jimmy Neutron?
No, Jimmy Neutron was like computer animated.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think we brought it up because we were talking about the eye color, the noticeable, like the super exaggerated eye color. Oh, Powerpuff Girls? It was Powerpuff Girls.
And Fairly Odd Parents were the same guy.
I think so. Yeah.
Or no, it was Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack. 2.
What?
No, Samurai Jack has the same animator too.
Really?
Yeah. The destroyed civilization is Townsville destroyed.
What?
If you look at a picture of Townsville from Powerpuff Girls, and then look at in the intro or the first episode where it's the future world that's destroyed, it's the same town.
Huh.
Which is crazy. But Powerpuff Girls was weird.
Yeah,
everybody liked the Powerpuff Girls.
I don't know why. There was nothing to it.
And it wasn't that funny.
No, it wasn't funny, and there was literally nothing to it.
I had a Powerpuff Girls game for PS2. I gave it to Wes for his birthday once. It was the Powerpuff Girls versus the Mutant Pickles or some shit. The Pickle Power Hour. I don't know what it was called. But this evil pickle was turning people into pickles.
That sounds great.
It was awesome.
It's no Drake and Josh, but...
No. I was talking about superheroes the other day at work. Have you watched, like, Iron Man and shit like that?
I haven't watched a superhero movie
Avengers.
I don't even think I've seen any of them since.
Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Nope.
That's the best one. That really is the best one so far.
I haven't seen fucking jack shit out of these superhero movies.
What about Watchmen?
I've seen Watchmen.
Watchmen's fantastic.
That was great.
That's the best superhero movie besides The Dark Knight, I think. The Dark Knight is really good as well.
I think The Dark Knight Rises was like the last one I saw in theaters. That was forever ago. It feels like it was forever ago.
Oh, yeah. That was at least 2 years ago.
And Watchmen was the last one I watched.
What's up with the...
Oh, yeah.
My
monitor shuts
off.
off.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought the computer just fucking
He's like,
died.
Oh.
I'm speechless, pointing at the screen.
Yeah. It's
okay.
It's so that my...
Still going?
It's so that my screen doesn't get everything burnt into it, necessarily.
What is it, a plasma?
No, it's not. But I also just don't like to have it on all the time. It's irritating.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't, because I don't feel that way ever. My Xbox One is on like 100% of the time.
I know, but it's like distracting sometimes. Like I don't like the extra light coming in when I'm watching TV or something. The extra light.
What are you doing later?
Just stuff.
You want to go to Gary's?
No.
All right.
Nah, not really. Doesn't want to go to Gary's at all?
No, I've been feeling like dog shit. My buddies want me to go to Gary's tonight. I work at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Looks like you're going to Gary's then.
Looks like I shouldn't. Looks like I shouldn't go to Gary's.
Gary's is a bar, not a person.
Yeah, Gary's is a bar.
Everybody just hangs out at Gary's house.
God damn.
Yeah, let's take 5. All right, we are live. Not really though. Waits for it to record.
Yeah, it has to start.
Oh, I'm thinking about switching to Firefox. I'm using Chrome right now, but people are saying Firefox is good now, like real good. It's fast, at least on mobile.
Are you talking about web browsers?
Yeah. What do you use?
I use Opera.
Oh, you're fucking shot.
You don't even know what it is.
I've definitely heard of it. It's a web browser.
Yeah.
I do know what it is.
It's like
they're all the same. They just show you the interwebs.
It's like the Arby's of web browsers. There's nothing bad about it. I mean, it's to me at the point now, web browsers are a dime a dozen.
Yeah,
they all function similarly. I like Opera for Mac and for my iPhone because shit syncs real time. Instead of like with Firefox and Chrome, I had to manually sync.
Really?
Yeah, which was weird.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah, as soon as I use something, or as soon as I watch something on, if I go to something on Chrome on my computer, it's on my phone. It's in my history.
Can you like share with Opera on my phone? I can be on a tab, and it'll know that I'm on. My Mac is on also, and I'll just I can hit a button and it'll just shoot the tab right from my phone to my PC, or my Mac rather, which is pretty sweet.
That's cool. Yeah. That's
really the only feature I use it for because my Mac is always on, and it's always on Opera. And so if I'm at work and I'm going through shit and I'm like, okay, well, I want to read these articles when I get home.
Yeah,
I can, like, pick them, and I get home and they're on there.
Mm-hmm. There's I was looking at Firefox. I just downloaded the app on Android, and there's a queue. So like you can hit a bunch of links and it'll send them to the queue, and then next time you open Firefox, it'll have those as tabs.
It's pretty sweet. Safari isn't bad. The only thing I hate about Safari is that it doesn't have certain formats available. Opera has all formats. The extensions are good. Like, I use my Mac almost exclusively for YouTube and sometimes Reddit. So at this point now, whatever fucking browser I use doesn't matter. I don't really... If I'm using Reddit, I'm on my phone.
All I need for extensions are fucking...
Adblock.
Yeah,
uBlock. I use uBlock Origin.
I like to use the one called Honey. What it does is it... every time you go to like a checkout, like you go to your cart in any online store, it browses, it like checks for promo codes.
That's
like
pretty dope.
all over the internet. So anytime there's like something out there that works, it'll put it on there automatically, like a discount code.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's pretty great. If Firefox has that, then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's the matter of transferring everything to
like
Firefox,
your
like
cookies
my
and your
passwords and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bookmarks.
Yeah, that was the other thing too, was that Opera and Safari, I just put in my password, like, for my iTunes, because, like, with my Mac, to log in with everything with the keychain, you just use your iTunes password.
Mm-hmm.
So to sync Safari to my Opera, I just put in my iTunes password. Everything's in there. Safari I use for streaming stuff. I use Safari for like Netflix, Hulu, and like sports streams. Because for some reason, certain pop-ups won't come up. Like if I'm doing an illegal stream, certain pop-ups won't come up if I'm on Safari. But they'll come up if I'm on Opera, which is weird.
Yeah, I think it has to do with like their Flash player or something.
Which is awesome. Because I can just, like, it'll be like add overlays 4, and I'll click it and I'll be like, nope, I'm in, baby.
Yeah. Sometimes it does do that.
Asshole pre-clean with Safari, basically.
Yep. I don't know. I guess there's a way to import all of them.
Other than that, Safari is so bare bones with everything.
Yeah.
It's not a very...
I mean, that's what I want, though. I kind of want minimalism, but also functionality.
I use Safari and Opera. I've been using both of those. Safari's always been the one I used on my Mac up until my desktop PC broke. But I've been using Opera since like my sophomore year of high school, I think. So everything since then is saved in too, which is one of the reasons I won't leave it. Like I used to use Firefox for a while, and then they changed their layout.
Yeah, all my stuff is saved because I could import it from whatever I was using before, which I think was Firefox a long time ago, and I've been using Chrome for a long time. Yeah. So as long as I can get everything imported back, I mean, I go back as far as like fucking high school bookmarks, and I haven't cleaned it out. I really should go through and clean it out and get rid of shit, because a lot of them probably don't work anymore.
I never liked the layout of Firefox or Chrome.
They're the same, basically. Yeah. They look basically the same.
That's when I stopped using Firefox, is when it started to look the same. Opera it's not rounded, it's very blocky. Everything's very rigid. Mm-hmm. It's easy to find stuff. The only thing that sucks is that to enable or disable extensions, it's like a command prompt. You can't just go into like you can go into a tab, but to permanently disable shit, you have to go into like a command prompt. Or to change certain settings, you have to go into a command prompt for.
That's a pain in the ass.
But other than that, it's fine. I don't do much anyway, really.
Dogs are barking right now.
Everybody's home at the moment.
Everyone comes into this building at the same time.
I feel bad. I told everybody I was going to the bar tonight. I think when I leave, I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna order a Domino's pizza.
50% off.
You're damn right.
Just blows everybody off for Domino's. Sometimes you have to blow everybody off for Domino's, though, especially when it's 50% off.
Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think I should drink any more than I already have today. I've been drinking since fucking the UCF game started. I've had a jar of moonshine and 3 beers since like 1 o'clock this afternoon.
I can't.
Do that?
I can't like drink like after I like
all day.
Yeah, like after I get up after I don't know, maybe it would have to be like a couple hours afterwards.
I started my day fantastically. I made a fucking Italian sandwich. I did pastrami, salami, and pepperoni with some cheese and lettuce, tomato, and onion. And I had a cup of coffee. Helped my sister do a puzzle. That was at like 11. Played a couple of games of 2K. Cracked open a jar of moonshine. Went fucking rigid.
There's people that can get up and just drink though, like immediately.
I could if I needed to.
Like their fucking coffee.
If I had tomorrow off, I would have started drinking with my coffee. I would have put fucking moonshine in my coffee.
Jesus Christ. Can't do
See, the thing is I don't drink on I don't drink on school nights.
Yeah, that's what
I don't drink during the week. You know what I mean?
That's what they all say though.
Yeah, I mean, I drink during the week. I don't drink during the week. You know what I mean? I don't get fucked up during the week.
Yeah.
But like Saturday, this is my first Saturday off, and it's college football championship week. I've been fucked up for the past like 3 hours. It's goddamn phenomenal.
Yeah.
Walking around town, people are like, "Oh, you're an alcoholic." Maybe, but I'm having fun. Fuck
Probably.
you. I don't give a shit. It's stupid. Everybody has their own fucking thing they're addicted to.
Yeah.
Like my favorite is when people are like, "You're supposed to be eating healthy. Why are you drinking?" I drink because I eat healthy. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Like I'm fucking eating salads and shit, no dressing. That's torture and a half. Drinking fucking a quart of water a day, no soda. Yeah, fuck you. It's a Saturday. I have it off. I'm gonna have a fucking meaty fucking cheese sandwich with a couple beers and a jar of moonshine.
I don't know. Like at a certain point, like I got to. Like now, when I drink soda, it like bugs me. Like
Soda's disgusting.
The
really
carbonation like fucking bugs me now.
Like soda is fucking bad.
Yeah.
It really like I when I started this diet, my starter weight was 258. I'm at fucking 222 right now. And I'm completely done with soda. Every now and then I'll buy a Coke because Coca-Cola is the best, no matter how you slice it. Every now and then I'll have a Coca-Cola, and it's like, this is disgusting. It's syrupy.
It's very difficult to drink. Like it's almost like it almost hurts your throat.
Yeah. So I haven't touched Coke at all.
Yeah, it's crazy how much sugar really fucking like cutting a lot of sugar out helps a lot.
I got a Mountain Dew Code Red the other day because in the vending machine at work they were out of like low carb Monster and sugar free Red Bull and stuff like that. So I got a Mountain Dew Code Red because I was like, ah, fuck it. I go, if I'm gonna be walking 6 miles at work anyway, sweating all day.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll get it. 66 grams of sugar in a pint. 16 ounces of soda. You have 66 grams of sugar.
That's
fucked.
The other day I had to go into work like an hour early, and it was like 6 a.m. And I like when you are up and it is still dark out and you have to turn your headlights on the way to work, you know you're up too fucking early.
Yep.
And so like I got there and I drank like half a cup of Mountain Dew just to try and wake up. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's so hard to just handle it.
Yeah.
Especially
you
in the
almost
morning.
have to shoot it.
Yeah. Like, I drank it as quick as I could. But I also had ice in it, so it was fucking freezing. That doesn't really help, I guess.
You don't drink coffee, do you?
No.
I recommend a cold brew coffee maker.
I mean, I don't mind coffee. It's just, I don't drink it.
My dad and I got a thing that makes a half gallon of cold brew coffee every time. Which is insane. Because cold brew coffee is better for you than regular coffee and also has more caffeine.
Yeah.
Because heat kills caffeine. So it has probably like 25-30% more caffeine per serving. And I do about...
I mean, you have to do it yourself. It's just going to Dunkin' Donuts is going to cost you almost $3 a day.
Like my dad bought like 5 pounds of coffee for $20. Gets it coarse ground, puts it in the machine. Or in the fucking little pitcher. And you're good to go.
I just don't know what these people do. Today. These people that live in New York City and shit, where they're already paying way too much in rent. But they go to fucking Starbucks every day. It's crazy.
The problem too is that Starbucks isn't even that good.
No, it isn't.
Honestly, Dunkin' Donuts is better.
Yeah.
Because I don't fucking drink coffee to drink a fucking dessert. Because Starbucks is just loaded with sugar and cream and all that. I want to get a coffee to get me awake and maybe taste okay.
Yeah, it's just a function and functionality of it. It's like
It's funny that I'm like that with coffee and
But it's
caffeine, but not with like alcohol.
right. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
I mean?
It's like for me, like I feel like I drink liquor for the effect versus the taste. That's why I drink fucking Black Velvet because it's cheap and it's 80 proof.
But I don't think Black Velvet's even that bad. I think it's the Dalton line of liquor, of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
If you're drinking Black Velvet, you could be making a better choice, but you could be making a way worse choice.
Yeah, like I don't have any reason
You
to.
could be drinking Jameson.
Right, but it's way more expensive for less of it, and
But Jameson, I don't think is better than BV. I think BV. I like honestly BV more than Jack Daniels.
I think Jameson tastes really. I like Jameson.
Jameson's sweeter.
Yeah, but again, I don't drink it for the taste.
No,
because it's not like it's a good. It's still not a good taste.
No, it never will be unless you get something. Unless you're spending like 3 figures on liquor.
Yeah.
Like, my issue now is the only liquor I can drink straight is, like, Kraken. I can do Kraken on the rocks. But that's because I love the spiciness to it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Kraken's sweet.
Yeah.
I guess the only time I drink soda is with a mixed drink. So if I had, like, a Kraken, then I would drink some Coke or something with it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I probably would drink it straight, mostly, but...
Yeah, because that's just the best... that's what men do.
I don't see why it's so hard to not drink it straight. So many people are pussies about that.
A lot of people. You you met a guy that knows his liquor when he has a flask or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And you and I each have a flask. My buddy Sam has a flask.
Yeah, I like.
They have something they like. My flask is exclusively Kraken. Is what I keep in there.
Well, what's cool is like if I work midnights, I know I'm gonna be there for a while. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to fill up a fucking flask, and I can drink unlimited soda there, so I can make unlimited mixed drinks if I want to.
At work?
Yeah. Well, at least not unlimited, because I only have 1 flask, but...
Yeah.
But it makes it a little more tolerable, too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm a big...
And I know by the time I'm done, I'm going to be sober.
Yeah. I'm a big gin guy. I love gin. I don't know how you feel about gin, but gin is my favorite. Like, you can give me, like, Fleischmann's gin. Like, $12 a handle, and I'll fucking love it.
I never liked gin. I don't know.
I love gin. It's my favorite. I don't know what it is.
I had an ex-girlfriend that brought it over to the house one time, and we tried it, and I just couldn't even finish like the first. It? I didn't. I
know some people that can't even fucking smell it.
It just didn't do anything for me.
It doesn't have a flavor that you should drink.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like there was better options.
Yeah, like I drank Tanqueray. Your brother and I were hanging out the other night. I was the bartender with fucking gin the other night. We made Tom Collins gin and tonics, gin and juice, shit like that. But like gin has a flavor. It tastes like what a pine tree smells like. That's the problem. But that's what I love about it. But that's what a lot of people hate about it. Like, I hate vodka. I'll drink vodka. I don't like vodka. I don't like tequila.
Yeah, I'll drink it too.
Tequila's bad.
Realistically, I'll drink any of it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. You'll never see me buying a bottle of tequila.
Yeah.
If I'm going out and buying a bottle, it's gonna be black rum or gin.
I don't think I ever see dudes buying bottles of tequila anyway. I feel like that's like
a chick thing.
Yeah.
My dad does. My dad fucking loves tequila. That's his favorite. He likes tequila and whiskey. He buys Patron all the time. I say all the time, but like once a month he goes through like a big fucking
sometimes.
Fucking Mr. Big West loves his Patron Tequila Silver. Jose Cuervo, all that. I don't know. Liquor's strange for me because I love being a little drunk. Like right now I'm a little drunk. I've had 2 beers besides that jar of moonshine, which I feel good. I don't like being like right here. This is the other reason why I don't think I'm going to Gary's bar tonight is because I don't want to be drunker than I am right now.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't bring my fucking wallet with me when I came over here, so that means I have to walk all the way back to my house, grab my wallet, and then walk all the way back down to Gary's, which is further from my house than your place is.
Yeah, but it's only like 5 blocks still. Isn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't matter, because I'm walking 6 blocks to get back to my house to begin with.
Gary's is down on...
It's on 7th.
Isn't it?
No, it's on 4th.
I don't know.
I don't know where the fuck
It's over there.
Because the reason why I don't know where Gary's is because I'm always hammered when I leave.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it might be like 6th or 7th.
What are we on, 9th?
Yeah.
It's on at least 7th.
Yeah, it's down there.
Because it's next to the comic shop. Okay, so it's on 7th. Where the comic shop and Infinite Lives are is right across the street. So it's on 7th Street.
Infinite Lives is there now?
Yeah, it's right next to A&J's. You have the comic shop, you have Infinite Lives, and you have A&J's. It's perfect. Because that's the demographic.
I haven't been in there since they moved. I didn't know that's where they were. I haven't even seen a sign.
Yeah, tons of people. Well, somebody stole the sign. They had one of those easel signs in front of the store, and somebody fucking stole it.
They should just get a decal for the door. It's all you need.
Yeah.
It's all the comic shop has. But they have a window, too.
And the comic shop's been there for years, too, though. That's the other thing.
I thought about going in there the other day.
The comic shop?
Just to see like what they have and shit. I haven't been in there in so long.
The thing is, I have a little shitty-ass Kindle. I can just download the fucking PDFs for it.
I'm not going to read the fucking comics anyway.
No.
I just want to see like some of the, maybe like Pokemon cards and shit.
Magic the Gathering shit.
Yeah, just to see. I'd probably not buy anything. If I was going to buy Pokemon cards right now, I'd go to GameStop. They're doing that sale, clearance sale on them. But I don't feel the need to buy Pokemon cards right now.
That's where I am. I used to play Magic the Gathering with my buddies all the time. I can't fucking do that shit anymore.
Yeah, I never played that. I mean, I barely played...
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I barely played Pokemon, like actual trading card game.
Do people still play Yu-Gi-Oh?
I'm sure they do, yeah. Paul was playing it last time he was here, wasn't he? On his phone?
Yeah, he was playing it at Wes's the other night, too. He had it on his phone, too.
Yeah.
He was killing it. I was watching him play. It was fucking mental. It was like the shit because they have to play by like the actual rules, and it's just like, how the fuck?
I tried.
He has like 4 monsters on the field, and all of a sudden he plays a card. He kills 3 of the monsters, and then the other one left behind fucking gets upgraded, and then turns into another fucking guy. And I'm like, how do you keep track of that shit?
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering is very straightforward. If you have the mana for the monster, you summon them. If you don't, you don't. If you have the mana for the trap or the fucking magic or the enchantment, you summon it. If you don't, you don't. Yeah,
that's how it should be.
It's very straight. It's like Hearthstone. Have you played that before?
No.
Hearthstone is really good. It's like Magic the Gathering. It's the World of Warcraft universe.
Oh.
But instead of going by mana, you go by crystals. So it's a little different. I think it's like every every turn you get a crystal, every 2 turns you get a crystal, and you can do like, say this monster costs 7 crystals to spawn in. You need to wait 7 turns to play him.
Oh.
Stuff like that. It's good.
It's like those there's that new South Park game on the Android. And
isn't it the Quest for Money or something like that?
It's called a Phone Destroyer or something like that. And you just like wait as your power goes up, and then you play a card based on the power that you have. So and then what you do is you drag it and put it onto a certain spot on the map, and then they start moving towards the enemy. You're supposed to just kill their player.
Is it any good?
Not really. I mean, it's not bad. It's just that it's pay to win.
Isn't that the point? Yeah,
that is the point. Mostly any game with cards is pay to win.
Yeah.
That's just how it is now.
Did you hear about that whole debacle with Battlefront 2? Did you see UFC 3? We were talking about that, I think. How UFC 3 individual moves are loot boxes now.
Yeah.
Yep. And the problem is
I think
are you about to defend it?
No.
Okay.
WWE 2K18 does something similar though. But the thing is that when you play Universe or you play My Career, you earn a ton of fucking the VC or whatever it is.
And
basically.
You can't. Can you buy it in 2K18? I thought they were saying that you can't buy it, or there's no point in buying it.
I don't know. I haven't tried to. I'm not going to either. So, but like a lot of the moves are locked. Like a lot of the characters are locked too. But it's like once I play through the career, I'm gonna have everything unlocked.
Yeah.
And all the characters that are locked, like they're like throwback versions of characters that are in the game. So like it's like an 02 like Triple H or something. If I want like 2002 Shawn Michaels, I have to unlock him. But I also know what I'm getting because I can use my credits for that character.
Or you can get a loot box and take a chance.
Yeah. I mean, you get loot boxes as you play through the career mode, so it's really not that bad. But, like, the move set that you already have, it's enough anyway.
Yeah, they were saying that fucking, the new UFC, that each individual move, submissions, perks, everything is all loot boxes, just like Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Were we talking about Need for Speed at Wes's?
Is it Need for Speed or is it Forza 7?
It's both. Need for Speed is the one I was watching because Angry Joe did a thing about it. He was talking about how he had all this money, and he went in the garage, and it's not a garage anymore where you can, like, all right, your car shows up, and when you pick, like, the axle, it, like, has, like, a little fucking, like, a window that pops up, and you can change it. You can see it change. Yeah. No, it's a card that it gets attached to each part that changes. So your garage is your car. Your car's look doesn't change. It's just different cards that are attached to it. And with UFC 3, apparently what it is now is, like, say you're playing as your created guy. You want the John Jones spinning back fist. You have to get a loot box for it. You can't just get it with your points outright.
And you probably aren't going to get it.
No.
Because it's just a random chance.
And the thing is, too, is that every move is different for every single weight class and every single style. So you can get John Jones' spinning back fist, but he's only for a kickboxer and not for a fucking Muay Thai fighter.
That's wicked awful.
Yeah. That's the fucking issue.
Did you play the beta?
No, I've been watching guys play the beta. I refuse.
I played it, and it's basically the same. Like, they did change the striking animations, so it doesn't look as crazy.
But that's the problem.
But
that was what the fun part was with UFC 2.
I mean, it's still really goofy, though, when they ragdoll. Like, it's still, the physics engine is still fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's just, they did fix the stand-up, the striking game. It looks better. But the ground game is exactly the same. Like, grappling is all the same.
Yeah, and I hate that. And I hate that did I tell you the last time I was here, I was telling you about how I was stuck on the Max Holloway fight in my division.
Oh, yeah.
So I finally beat him.
He's fighting tonight, too, I think.
Yeah.
Aldo and Holloway.
Yep. I got Holloway on that.
Yeah, me too.
But I was stuck on the Max Holloway fight, and it told me if I wanted to get the most amount of evolution points, I needed to parry 10 times, and that was when I realized I've been playing UFC 2 since release, and I have no idea what the fuck a parry is. How the fuck do you do that? Is that when you dodge? Is that when you dodge, like hold the left trigger and dodge, and then attack at the same time? I have no fucking clue. It might be that,
or you have to block right at a certain point, or something like that. I think it was EA MMA that had that, where you could catch punches.
Fight Night had it too.
It might have been that too, yeah.
Fight Night was wicked hard with the parrying, because that's how you would get fans, is by doing those little challenges.
Yeah. Yeah, man, UFC Undisputed had it right with those the ground game, though.
Oh, yeah.
They knew what they were doing. The UFC 2010... I played the beta for it and gave some feedback on their forums or something like that. I don't remember what I did, but they basically they took the bug that I reported to them, and they basically they sent me a shirt that was signed. Yeah, it was signed by a whole bunch of fighters, and Brendan Schaub was one of them that was on there.
Are you gonna wear it to the show?
Could.
Does it fit anymore? That was
probably
7
does.
years ago.
It was fucking huge. They sent me a huge shirt.
You gave me a shirt from 7 years ago. I'm wearing it, actually. Shirt from 7 years ago. I had to spend fucking 15 minutes stretching it out.
Yeah. I don't even remember exactly what I did for them, but apparently it was something, because they sent me shit.
Yeah. Well, that's how you get shit sent to you, is you do something.
Yeah. Usually.
Yeah, there's no chance I'm going to the fucking bar tonight. Fuck.
No.
I'm about to sleep on the podcast right now.
Sleeps on it? What's the hour and a half?
It's not bad for the two of us.
That's good for, it's just a quickie.
We were just bored, really.
Just a quickie.
We were itching. We were jonesing for a podcast featuring Jake Jones.
I guess Brian's gonna be on Monday, so it'll be.
Wait, I
up
thought we were
Tuesday.
doing tomorrow.
I thought we were doing Monday. Isn't that the only day Brian said he was
Maybe.
available?
I think it was. Well, I don't know if you guys want to start it before I get here. If you want to wait, I'm working till 8 o'clock Monday. I get out at 3 tomorrow.
I can wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Tuesday I'm off anyway, so
Yeah, whatever. We can just do it late.
doesn't matter to me. Either way, I'm off. I'm off Tuesday, then I work during the day Wednesday. My schedule is fucking weird now. I start my schedule with working 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then I work 3 straight 11 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock p.m. shifts. And then I have 1 day off. Then I work another day shift, and then I have a day off. And then it's back over again. I don't get 2 days off in a row anymore.
Yeah. At least you get days off.
So like my day off is already over because I have to start unwinding now that it's like 7 o'clock. Because I'm waking up and I'm going to be at work in 12 hours. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm waking up 11 or 10 hours from now. There's no chance I'm going to bed.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just not go to bed.
I don't give a shit.
It's good for you, too.
We get free coffee. I don't know. I don't care. And Georgia scores again.
Does? What just happened? Didn't they just score?
Yep. Well, that was the 2-point conversion. That's awesome.
All right. Well, it'll probably be up Tuesday, I imagine, if we do it Monday. So we'll see you then.